Chicago Sky rookie forward Angel Reese was ejected from the game last night.
People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball.
Angel Reese has reached an all-time low after being removed from the Chicago Sky due to consistently poor performances and a surprising lack of effort.
Basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Once celebrated as the queen of rebounds, Reese's struggles on the court and questionable behavior often have left both fans and teammates disappointed.
Angel Reese can rebound the basketball. She's a damn good player. She's got a bright future in the WNBA, but Caitlin Clark is next level.
Angel Reese, who dubbed herself the Queen of Rebounds, is back in the spotlight, though not for her game. This time, it's because the Chicago Sky has finally grown tired of her behavior and decided to part ways. The move comes as little surprise. Instead of highlight-worthy moments, Reese's WNBA career has looked more like a string of reality TV missteps.
As Angel Reese has filed a trademark for the rebound term me-bounds.
Let's talk about Reese's so-called crown jewel, the infamous meltdowns trademark. Yes, she actually trademarked a phrase to brand her rebounding dominance, which, funny enough, mostly comes from snagging boards off her own missed shots. A bold claim for someone whose shooting percentage could rival a bricklayer's convention. Take her much-hyped triple-double against the Connecticut Sun on June 15, 2025. On paper, 11 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists might look like superstar numbers. But here's the kicker. 6 of those rebounds came off her own misses. That's right, she's padding history one botched layup at a time.
Angel Reese says that she loves the trolling because it results in good ideas from her fans.
And since mediocrity apparently needs its own brand, Reese spun it into a business venture. Through Angel Reese LLC, she filed a trademark for MI-Bounds, aiming to sell merchandise that celebrates her inefficiency. It's basically the entrepreneurial version of marketing air guitars, pointless, yet strangely amusing.
Great. I think she's fantastic for the WNBA. I love the fact that she's participating in this unrivaled league because she's made it very clear she doesn't want to have to go overseas to play. We all know what happened with Brittany Griner when she went to Russia.
The Chicago Sky thought they were landing a diamond in Angel Reese. Instead, they wound up with cubic zirconia wrapped in hype. She was billed as the next big thing, a force on the court, a leader in the locker room, maybe even the face of the franchise. But instead of grinding, Reese turned herself into a spectacle. The type to bring a camera crew to the gym just to make content for TikTok and Instagram. Fun for social media, sure, but inside the team, it felt more like a reality show subplot. Missed layups? Plenty. Emotional flare-ups? Check. And the centerpiece? A social media persona so over the top it could put a Kardashian to shame. Her so-called queen energy isn't about basketball. It's all about branding. Reese has turned mediocrity into a performance where she's both the star and the producer. While teammates focused on improving their game, she was busy trademarking MI-Bounds, a gimmick to make her missed shots sound like a strategy. If monetizing failure were a sport, she'd already be the GOAT. But the problem is, that kind of self-promotion invites unflattering comparisons, especially to players like Caitlin Clark, who's making headlines for her play, not her branding. To be clear, the Sky weren't expecting perfection. What they did expect was effort, focus, and a drive to get better. Instead, they got a player more invested in her next viral post than fixing her jump shot. The stats back it up. Little progress in her shooting, turnovers piling up, and rebounds padded mostly by chasing down her own misses.
WNBA women's basketball star Angel Reese says we should get paid like NBA players, okay? That's going out everywhere.
On the court, Reese's play often looked more like chance than skill, an occasional good game here, a fortunate rebound there, but with no consistency or real development. Off the court, though, she stayed busy with social media spats, headline-grabbing interviews, and nonstop self-promotion. The Chicago Sky soon realized they didn't have a player devoted to the game. They had someone more invested in her brand than her impact. In the end, the Sky made a tough but necessary decision. For Reese, it was a life-altering blow that shocked her fan base. For the team, it was the only logical move. They couldn't keep investing in someone unwilling to grow, adapt, or commit to the team's goals. It wasn't personal, it was business. And in pro sports, actions matter more than flashy captions or Instagram likes. Interestingly, the Sky also finally scheduled their matchups with the Fever at the United Center, the biggest basketball arena in the country. But while that was a win for fans, Reese's exit told a bigger story. Talent alone isn't enough. Without focus, discipline, and the hunger to improve, even the brightest promise can fade fast. For Reese, this was a harsh reality check. For the Sky, it was a step toward building a team that values the game over the gimmicks. The difference couldn't be more obvious. Clark's games light up arenas, packing crowds into a frenzy. Reese's games? Let's just say scalpers probably used those tickets as drink coasters. And about Reese's supposed claim to fame, being fourth in jersey sales? Turns out she sold a grand total of 4, all bought by her mom. Meanwhile, Clark's jerseys fly off the shelves faster than they can be stocked.
I love Angel Reese. I think that Angel Reese is great. I think she's fantastic for the WNBA. I think when you talk about the average salary, it was like approximately $124,000 if I remember correctly. Well, guess what? The average salary in the NBA is over $10 million.
Angel Reese isn't just playing basketball. She's running a content empire. Her Instagram and Twitter are packed with bold photos, clapbacks, and flashy captions, making it feel like hoops are just her side hustle. While her teammates grind in the gym, she's online arguing with strangers and posting selfies with lines like, "Haters make me famous." But here's where things get complicated. When Reese steps into the Indiana Fever arena, she's not exactly walking into friendly territory. Some Fever fans have crossed the line with racist behavior, raising real concerns about her safety. And then there are her fans, many more invested in her outfits than her free throws. Even her biggest supporters are starting to wonder if her priorities are in the right place. It's tough to cheer for someone who seems more focused on likes than layups. So the question is this: is Angel Reese destined to be remembered as a cautionary tale, or can she flip the script and stage one of the great comebacks in WNBA history? Stick with us to find out.
History was being made left, right, and center. We all know what Caitlin Clark did. She put up the most points, the most assists, most threes in a title game, which was so impressive.
When Caitlin Clark faces criticism, she answers by dropping 30 points on her opponent. Reese's response? Posting a TikTok. The contrast is almost painful. The Sky didn't cut Reese on a whim. This decision had been building for a while. Reports say her teammates had grown frustrated with her antics and lack of effort. Her attitude made her a liability both on and off the court. Leadership? Absent. Focus? Non-existent. Instead of working to improve, she seemed more invested in being the loudest voice in the room. Her much-hyped triple-double was supposed to quiet the critics, but it only exposed her flaws. Shooting 28% from the field isn't just poor, it's flat-out embarrassing. Yet Reese acted like she had just locked up MVP. The gap between how she sees herself and how she actually performs is staggering. To be fair, she does generate attention, and the WNBA has been eager to expand its audience. But instead of elevating the league, Reese's antics turn the spotlight into a sideshow. The Chicago Sky eventually had no choice but to cut ties. That's the Angel Reese effect. She entered the league overflowing with confidence, branding herself as the queen of rebounds and promising dominance. What the Sky got instead was inconsistency, endless self-promotion, and a stat line that looked better in the box score than it did on the floor. Her rebounding numbers? Inflated, with half coming from her own misses. Her scoring? Around 10 points a game on shooting percentages that could only be described as bricks galore.
Hope y'all know, the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think it pays one of my bills.
For the Sky, the problem wasn't just Reese's weak stats, it was her attitude. Instead of grinding to improve, she focused on social media, trademarks, and clapping back at critics. The distractions piled up, turning games into sideshows and wearing down her teammates' patience. Cutting her was about more than basketball, it was about protecting the team's integrity. Now, Reese faces a harsh reality: overseas ball or social media stardom, with her WNBA career likely done. In the end, she'll be remembered less as a rising star and more as a cautionary tale of wasted potential.